Welcome back to the channel that never sleeps when it comes to juicy celebrity stories, the kind of stories that make you sit up straight, grab your phone tighter, and whisper no way at your screen. Because today, my friends, we are diving headfirst into a bombshell sighting that has completely taken over the internet. Yes, you heard it right. Two of China's biggest stars, two names that can send waves of excitement through any fan community, two people whose mere glance at each other could send an entire fandom into a frenzy, were spotted at the same nightclub. Yup, Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan, in the same place, same night, same vibe. And let me tell you, fans are losing their minds. Some are praising them for finally stepping out and just living their lives, while others are locked in heated debates about what this could mean. Was it planned? Was it coincidence? Was it fate? Was it something more? So grab your snacks, charge your phone, and let's unravel this wild, glittery, neon-lit night together. The sighting that shook the internet. It all started innocently enough. Around midnight, several partygoers at an exclusive high-end nightclub began posting blurry, dimly lit clips on social media. At first, it was just the usual flashing lights, pulsing beats, people dancing. But then someone caught a glimpse of a familiar silhouette, and things exploded. Wait, is that Wang Yibo? One user posted, zooming in on a tall figure near the VIP section, wearing a sleek black jacket and a cap pulled low. Minutes later, another video appeared from a totally different angle showing, you guessed it, Xiao Zhan entering the same club. Greeted by staff and quietly slipping into a private booth with friends. Within hours, the hashtags #Wang Yibo Night Out and #Xiao Zhan at the club were trending on. And when eagle-eyed fans realized they were in the same club, the internet went absolutely feral. People were reposting screenshots, circling shoes, jackets, even the shape of their ears just to prove it was them. By morning, it wasn't just trending, it had become the topic of conversation on fan forums, gossip accounts, and entertainment sites everywhere. The atmosphere inside the club. Now let's talk about the vibe that night, because if you think this was just two celebs grabbing a drink, think again. This wasn't some quiet lounge or private dinner. This was one of Shanghai's hardest to get into nightclubs. Think neon lights slicing through the dark, bass that you can feel vibrating in your chest, and a crowd full of fashion-forward people who all looked like they just stepped off a runway. According to multiple eyewitnesses, Wang Yibo arrived first, dressed in all black with a subtle pop of silver jewelry, cool, minimal, effortlessly stylish, very much his signature vibe. He wasn't dancing wildly, but he was clearly relaxed, chatting with friends and occasionally nodding along to the music. Xiao Zhan, meanwhile, came in a little later, wearing a crisp white shirt and soft blue jacket, looking like he just floated out of a photo shoot and straight onto the dance floor. Several people claimed he smiled and waved at a few familiar faces as he entered, which instantly made half the club melt on the spot. And here's where things get interesting. Though they weren't photographed together, several partygoers reported that they were seen exchanging a few words near the bar. Nothing dramatic, just a brief interaction, but enough to send imagination spinning. Because let's be real, seeing those two in the same frame is like spotting a unicorn wearing sunglasses. It just doesn't happen often, and when it does, it's epic. Fan reactions, praise and panic. As soon as the news hit the internet, fan reactions split like the dance floor under a strobe light. On one side, you had the fans who were absolutely thrilled. They flooded comment sections with hearts, fire emojis, and supportive messages like, "They deserve to have fun too. Finally, they're living their lives. This is iconic. Legends being legends." To them, it was refreshing to see both stars, who often appear so polished and controlled in public, just enjoying a carefree night out like any other young people. It made them seem more human, more relatable, more real. But on the other side, oh boy, things got a bit intense. Some fans expressed concern about privacy, arguing that celebrities should be allowed to go out without having their every move dissected. Others speculated, or let's be honest, gossiped, about why they were there at the same time. Was it a coincidence? Was it a secret hangout? Are they friends behind the scenes? Or are we looking at the beginnings of something more? Cue the dramatic music, the history that makes this so spicy. Part of the reason this sighting caused such a frenzy is the long, complicated, and somewhat mysterious history between Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan. For those new to the fandom, these two megastars rose to explosive fame after co-starring in the hit drama, which became a cultural phenomenon not just in but across the world. Their on-screen chemistry was undeniable, so much so that it sparked massive fan communities dedicated to shipping them as a pair. Ever since then, their every interaction or lack of interaction has been analyzed under a microscope. They've mostly kept their distance in public events, often appearing in the same venue but carefully avoiding overlapping on camera. So seeing them in the same casual social space? That's like throwing a match into a pile of fireworks. It doesn't just spark interest, it explodes. The media joins the party. Once the initial fan chaos died down, well, slightly, the mainstream media swooped in. Several entertainment outlets published articles with headlines like, "Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan, a surprise reunion at nightclub sparks buzz." Fans go wild after two mega stars seen under same roof. Coincidence or comeback? Yibo and Zhan's night out sends internet into meltdown. Some media personalities praised the moment as a sign that both stars are comfortable enough to appear in the same space despite the constant scrutiny they face. Others took a more dramatic tone, hinting at the possibility of a professional collaboration brewing behind the scenes, maybe a new project, an endorsement, or even another drama together. Of course, none of this is confirmed, but in the world of celebrity culture, sometimes just being seen is enough to fuel weeks of speculation. Social media goes wild. Meanwhile, social media didn't just watch it erupted. Memes were born within hours. One popular meme showed a cartoon nightclub with two characters labeled Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan slowly approaching each other like characters in a romantic movie. Another showed fans dramatically fainting with captions like "me" after seeing that they breathed the same nightclub air. Fans also began sharing throwback clips from The Untamed, editing them alongside the nightclub footage to make it look like the two stars had been reunited in a full-circle moment. Emotional piano music was added. People cried. It was a whole experience. Even casual fans who don't usually engage with celebrity gossip found themselves sucked into the chaos, simply because the sight of two of China's biggest names under the same flashing lights was too wild to ignore. The debate about privacy. Of course, amidst all the fun and frenzy, a serious debate also emerged about privacy and boundaries. Some fans and commentators pointed out that the videos circulating online were clearly taken without their consent. While it's understandable that people would be excited to see such famous faces in real life, it also raised questions about how much privacy celebrities should be allowed when they're off the clock. Many posts reminded others to be respectful. They're human beings first. Let them enjoy a night out without fear of being filmed every second. Others emphasized that this sighting doesn't mean anything about their personal lives or relationships and that fans shouldn't jump to conclusions. This side of the conversation served as an important reminder. Behind the glitz, the lights, and the fame, Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan are just people trying to have a good time with friends. What this means for their image? Interestingly, while the internet debated, something subtle but powerful was happening. Their public images were shifting. For years, both Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan have been known for their professionalism, their carefully maintained public personas, and their somewhat guarded personal lives. Seeing them out in such a casual, spontaneous setting made them feel more down to earth to many fans. It showed they're not just icons living in a bubble, but young men who like music, friends, and fun just like anyone else. In a way, this could actually boost their image rather than damage it. Modern audiences, especially younger fans, tend to appreciate authenticity over perfection, and this glimpse into their off-duty lives might make them even more beloved. Coincidence or something more? Now here's the million-dollar question everyone's asking. Was it just a coincidence that they were at the same nightclub, or was it something more? The truth is, nobody knows, and unless they choose to tell us, we probably never will. Maybe they were just two people who happened to pick the same popular spot on the same night. Maybe they crossed paths briefly and then went on with their own plans. Or maybe, just maybe, they planned it. Maybe they were meeting friends. Maybe they were catching up. Maybe they just wanted to enjoy a rare night of freedom away from the pressures of the spotlight. Whatever the case, the mystery is part of the magic. And honestly, the fact that we don't know makes it 10 times more thrilling. The power of their star quality. One thing this whole situation proves beyond a doubt is just how powerful their star quality is. Think about it, they didn't post a single photo, make a single announcement, or say a single word, and yet the internet practically caught fire just because they were in the same building. That's not normal fame. That's supernova level fame. It shows how deeply they've captured people's hearts, how invested fans are in their stories, and how even the smallest interactions between them can send waves through the entire entertainment world. It's rare, it's wild, and it's kind of beautiful. Where things go from here. So, what happens now? Well, if history is any indication, the buzz will continue for weeks. Fan theories will multiply. Entertainment outlets will keep trying to dig up details. People will be analyzing shadows, reflections, and background objects in every video like they're solving a crime drama. And eventually, both Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan will probably go back to doing what they do best, creating amazing work, charming audiences, and living their lives however they choose. Whether this nightclub sighting leads to something bigger, a project, a friendship, or just another unforgettable pop culture moment, only time will tell. And that, my friends, is the full glitter-soaked saga of how two of China's biggest stars turned one ordinary night out into an internet-breaking event. No scandal, no announcement, no grand reveal, just two icons vibing under the same lights, and the world completely losing its collective mind over it. Whether you see it as fate, coincidence, or just a fun little blip in the galaxy of celebrity life, one thing's for sure: Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan have the kind of presence that can make even the simplest moment feel like history in the making. So what do you think? Was this just two stars blowing off steam, or are we witnessing the spark of something epic? Drop your thoughts, your wildest theories, or just a bunch of heart emojis in the comments below. You know I'm reading all of them. Until next time, stay curious, stay kind, and remember, in the world of stardom, even a single night out can set the whole universe buzzing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.